Hello and welcome to episode 10th episode of the Pipe Dream Meme. I'm Julie Mohammed.
And I'm Rebecca Ananda. And 10 weeks ago, we started this show as a platform to tell stories and cover the issues that we feel are important. In honor of our big 10th episode, and to remind you that it all starts with a dream, this week's story is about a startup success celebrating its 10th anniversary.
The Manifesto Festival of Community and Culture is an annual Toronto-born celebration of hip-hop. This year, 50,000 people are attending the fest, which is known to be jam-packed with some seriously impressive local and international artists, dance performances, workshops, and art exhibits.
This year's lineup includes big-time talents like Che Kothari, Anderson .Paak, Boy Wonder, A Tribe Called Red, as well as DJ workshops and talks from producer Director X, model Stacey McKenzie, and journalist Desmond Cole.
But the festival is just a glimpse into the work of the Manifesto Community Project. Throughout the year, Manifesto holds art exhibitions and classes to help artists hone their craft. They use their downtown headquarters as a hub for events where they host conversations with notable artists, activists, journalists, and other creatives.
They're connecting youth with jobs in their creative fields and creating a network for people inside and outside the organization. In 10 years, Manifesto has created 12,000 job opportunities, 60 internships, and has awarded approximately $1 million to up-and-coming artists.
It all started in 2007 when a handful of ambitious creative minds came together demanding change from City Hall. Their goal was to tackle the lack of support for the urban art scene by creating a multidisciplinary platform by and for creatives.
Fast forward to 2016. That same grassroots group has been awarded a $60,000 grant from the Government of Ontario to fund their 10th festival. Manifesto has been recognized by Harvard University, the British Council, they've won an award from the Toronto Foundation of the Arts, they've partnered with the National Arts Foundation in Ottawa, they've even gone international with Manifesto Jamaica, 6 years on, still going strong.
So, we spoke to one of the founding fathers of Manifesto to learn a little more about how a couple of motivated artists managed to put Toronto's hip-hop scene on the map.
Manifesto is a spirit and energy, a reincarnation of so many different movements of culture that have existed from the beginning of time to present day. In our current form, it's a nonprofit organization that was founded in Toronto and now is celebrating our 10-year anniversary with the mission to unite, inspire, and empower diverse communities of young people through arts and culture. Well, you know, 10 years ago, we held a gathering and invited a lot of young people and creators, advocates of the arts, and, you know, just people that were interested in supporting and galvanizing around a movement. And the conversation that we had there 10 years ago is likely a conversation that has happened 20 years ago and 30 years ago and 50 years ago and is still relevant today. There was a lack of infrastructure for young people to showcase themselves, not enough paid jobs for young people, youth unemployment was an issue, there was you know, a lot of issues around race and marginalization of particular voices and communities. So we wanted to combat all of that, and we found a way of doing it through arts and culture and bringing all of these voices that may be, you know, extremely important but kind of suppressed into a collective space. It amplifies it, and you know, over 10 years we've made a lot of noise and a lot of people have started to listen. You know, now there's people from all over the world that are recognizing Toronto for its talent, from, you know, incredible artists like The Weeknd or Drake, and they're putting a spotlight. But now that there's that groundswell that also exists on a community level, you know, there's something for them to look at. Millennials right now have grown up in a time where, you know, there's so much more access to the infinite knowledge that exists in the universe, and rapidly being able to get it. So from a young age, I look at family members of mine that are 2 years old that are like going like this, and in many ways it's opened up an opportunity for us to kind of do what we want, and I think that comes with a lot of great responsibility, with that freedom that has opened up in that time. How are we now using that in a way that will be best for the world, not best for us as individuals, but us for the world. The whole organization is pretty much run by millennials, and I think there's an amazing group of young people that are running it, and I trust them, and they actually have more knowledge on what's relevant and current right now, that they should be the ones that are in leadership positions, and we're here now to support. So Manifesto from the very beginning was founded by volunteerism, really in the beginning few years, no one was getting paid, but we recognized that that's not fair to sustain this thing and to recognize everyone's contributions. Everyone should be equally compensated. So, we worked very hard on getting government grants and corporate sponsorship and earned revenue opportunities, and all of these things started to come in, and then as they came in, we flipped them into the hands of the people that were doing it. So the original founders of the organization really didn't get paid. I think over time, we've been able to give a lot of people full-time jobs and pay a lot of artists their artist fee or beyond their artist fee for recognizing their talent, just like they would on other artists get paid on their mainstream festivals. There's a lot of voices that oftentimes don't get a platform to be shared on the level in which we believe they should be shared, because there's some of the most brilliant voices and stories that need to be, influencing the dominant story that we're all a part of. And when those stories aren't shared, society and the world doesn't benefit from all that great brilliance. Hip-hop as an art form and a movement has always been about people power. First of all, the most important thing is to really understand your purpose, and to deeply understand your purpose, you need to go within yourself. There's a lot of external things that influence a person's life, and from the circumstances that they were born in to the stories that they've been born into. But the more deep investigation of self, and that can be through meditation or through whatever form in which you can investigate yourself, pull that stuff out and bring out the best. And then once you're in that space and you're living your purpose, then focus, collaborate, find other people like-minded that are doing the similar thing as you, get mentors.
We leave you this week with Che's words of wisdom. Find your passion and then follow your dream. Just like this show, the Manifesto Festival was started by a desire to incite change. Your inspiration is the seed, your hard work is the water, your success is the fruit that grows from that.
Thank you to everyone who's watched, liked, shared, and subscribed to the Pipe Dream meme. We hope you've enjoyed the show so far and continue to tune in every Wednesday in our attempts to inform and entertain you. Cheers to the next 10.
Cheers. Vintage.
Good, nice. It was a good year, eh?
Yeah,
good year.
Good year. Good year. Got the Pepsi plant. I don't think we can put Pepsi.
Yeah, we won't say Pepsi.
We won't say Pepsi.
It was a good year at the Pepsi plant.